Da 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 da. What's my good cheer? Truly, a little bit of good cheer today. I'm feeling so much better than I was yesterday. I have no idea what that was, whether it was food poisoning or 24-hour flu, but it was gone. I drank lots of fluids. I didn't eat very much today just to keep the system just kind of calm for one day. And yeah, I'm back to feeling the backache, which I'm okay with because I know when it goes out, it only lasts for a couple of weeks and it's bearable. In this moment, it is bearable, but I am sure happy. I didn't go into my live yesterday and took the lesson for myself. I hope I didn't do a lot of complaining or whining. You guys, I am a little bit of a crybaby when I get sick because I don't on the norm suffer from aches and pains and illnesses. I don't take any medication. I don't even take aspirin, you guys. I am grateful for my good health. I've never had a headache, never had a broken bone, never had a bleeding nose. I went like that because I have broken my baby finger many times, right? But grateful for that good health that I have. So when I am sick, right? Maybe it goes back to something when I was a little kid, and it was the only time that I got any kind of focus on me, right? Or I had my needs met. I suspect something like that. Come from a dynamic family. Lots of us do. Way too many of us. Way too many of us do, right? But we trudge along and when we get that pushback in our life, and if we get to have the choice whether to give up on that or just say forget this, right? Or just say I am never giving up, or you're going 100 miles an hour, or today, I wasn't feeling good yesterday. If you came into my live yesterday, I was right out of it. Hello, dear. Thank you for popping in. I do feel 100 times. So you were in my live yesterday. I was saying I didn't go back in. I usually go in and watch my lives over again because I always get that there's message for me. But I was also saying I am a bit of a crybaby when I get sick because I don't get sick very often. But I was spieling into something really good there before I lost track. Sometimes that happens to me, when I get try and concentrate on the messages and then I'm also in the flow at the same time. Then I lose track of where I was at. And sometimes it takes a couple of minutes to get back. And here we go. That pushback, right? Lots of times life pushes us and we so easily give up in it, right? Without even checking out the possibilities, without giving it a little bit of a health check, like you're taking your car in for a tune up and it lists all those things are like we should be doing that for ourselves constantly, right? But sometimes when that pushback, like I said, we just give up in it. And for me, I did that quite a bit in the beginning of my YouTube journey. I definitely did. I must have been in three different categories on YouTube. I love YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I was born to be on YouTube, right? But I wasn't getting a handle, and it was because I didn't have the lessons. That sometimes we kind of want to go in this direction, right? And another part of us wants to go in that direction, but always the happy medium, right? Is a little bit of compromise in that, right? And I picked up a few lessons along the way. And one of those lessons is when it pushes you, You have to push back a little bit the best you can. It's not asking you for, right, Olympic standing or anything like that, but just to show the effort. And that was the lessons that I had to learn, right? That it was going to be on me. Today I wasn't feeling good, but I had a video to edit. Caliper Provincial Park. It's my very last day in my September trip that I've been sharing you guys. So it was a lot of content, and a lot of that content I lost. I think I lost a couple of days and a couple of parks. I'll go through everything just to see that I didn't miss anything. But wow, it was an amazing trip, and it was really fun in actuality, and going back and experiencing it again, even though I'm not a big fan of editing. But that was my push, right? Didn't want to get into the editing, right? I was trying to recuperate from my day yesterday, and right, but I got things done. I couldn't actually sit in my chair for very long. I had to keep getting up because my lower back was still hurting, right? We don't have the food poisoning, whatever that is, but that back pain is still there. I got a little bit of kick, and then I got a little bit of a kick when I was down. That's usually the way it goes with me. And it's why I push back, because I know when that happens, if I push back, I can push through. I could push through. And that's exactly what I did today, you guys. Right? I had to pop up out of my chair. I can't sit in my chair for more than 20 minutes or half an hour before it starts aching me. I should have actually got up for a few minutes before I went live tonight, right? Because, you know, now I'm feeling it. But it's in the lessons and in the experience, and in the experience of feeling my back, it makes it the prime example for, right? You have to push against what pushes you. And when it does, things open up. Today, I had to keep jumping out of my chair. In between jumping out of the chair, I had a little to-do list. A to-do list was actually for yesterday, but because I was laid up until 5 o'clock almost in the evening, right? Couldn't even get out of bed. I stayed in bed till like 4 o'clock, except from running from bed to the bathroom. Haven't had one of those experiences, I swear, in half a dozen years, and it was an experience. And I apologize again if yesterday in my live I expressed myself in a little bit of my self soothing or my self sympathy, maybe, right? Maybe it's, yeah, it was having putting myself in my own shoes, right? Looking at myself like I mattered, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, Cindy, you had an experience yesterday, but I pushed through. I got the video done. I got 4 loads of laundry done today. I swept my house corner to corner, washed my washed my floors, did my dishes. So many things I can't even think of, and it was all the stuff that I needed to get done yesterday. And I got all of that done in between editing video and having to get out of my chair every 20 minutes, half an hour. But I got it done. I got it all done. I haven't rendered my video yet. I still have to put the credits in, but I'm kind of right, right. And it was a tough one. It's still a tough one, but that's what happens when you don't give up. Right? I get it sometimes that it is frustrating, right? It is lonely. It is scary. It is ridiculous sometimes, right? But you're here for a reason. I'm here for a reason, right? So I just keep moving forward in those little baby steps. And if I have to stop and get up, if I have to procrastinate, procrastinating on other things that I also need to get done. those things that attribute and are credited to my sense of accomplishment, because that's what makes me happy when I accomplish things, right? When I get things done, when I keep to my word, when I think that I've done a little bit more than I had to, right? Or should have. But I had to be up anyway. That pain was going to be there anyway, right? I'm not going to waste time. I got stuff to do, right? And I am no worse for wear for that. So yeah, don't give up. If you have to slow down, you slow down. I've missed a couple of heartbeats this past month, right? And my first instinct is to pounce on myself and make myself feel bad, make myself feel guilt and shame, right? But it's in that adjustment, right? It's only the season of where we're settling in to where we need to be so that we're moving in the right direction, right? And sometimes in those baby steps and going slower, you have time to look at the landscape. You have time to actually absorb the lessons, right? Which makes it possible to make some movement, right? And that's the truth. Today was a prime example for me. I filled it up with, well, was it pleasurable? I don't know. I felt a little granny-ish today, right? I kind of got a reminder that I'm not 20 anymore, and that has also been in the picture for a couple of weeks now, I'd have to say, you know. But again, it's been a week now since I hurt my back. Another week, and we're going to be out of it, and I'll take better care, just like I took better care of my feet in my 30s when I hurt my feet, and now, right, I am religious about taking good care of my feet now, right? Because I want to be that 80-year-olds that can go for hikes and walks on the trails, right? Yeah. But if I don't push back at what pushes me, right? That's a given, right? You don't have to go in all force, you just have to make movement. That's how I say, right? I just have to make that movement. And I did that today. And, if I go to bed tonight, my back feels a little bit better tomorrow, the day before I go back to work, I would be so happy, right? And tomorrow we're going to upload my last adventure at Caliper Provincial Park. I'll be posting that, so I won't be coming in live tomorrow. So that will be some time and space that I can fill up with things for me, knowing that I covered all the bases. Okay. Good cheer for today. My Ford started after sitting for 2 weeks. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Melvin. Really? It was sitting for 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. We're going into winter here. It's not so bad, but yeah, we're going to start plugging in the next couple of weeks. We'll be plugging in our cars. We're from Winnipeg, Manitoba here. If you don't plug your cars in on winter, your car ain't starting in the morning. You forgot to go back to that ship place when it wasn't all frozen up. Oh, Melvin, yes, that's true. I forgot to do that. And I could have done that on the way home too, right? Right? I didn't know that. Yeah, it never even crossed my mind. I have been. We will do it in the spring. No, in the summer, because the last time we did it in the spring, didn't we? Yeah, because I remember I slipped on the snow. I slept on this or slipped on the snow a couple of times. Yeah, I like that. That was Selkirk Marine Museum, and they pulled out most of those ships from the banks, and some of those ships were just a few pieces of wood, and they were able to reconstruct them and to restore them to the originals, and some of them were retired there too. Yeah, I'll remember that, Melvin. Oh, right. It was okay. So it was early spring. It was early spring. Because there had already been a couple of thaws. You could tell by the snow, the way it goes crunchy and stuff, that it was spring, that there was a couple of thaws and freezes again. So it would have been spring, not early winter. I have to go back. I haven't seen that one. I could probably do a much better job than I did last time. And if it's open, I can go on to the boats and do a tour on the boats, right? And inside the boats. That would be interesting. Okay, you guys. That's my good cheer. I'm really happy with the way the day turned out, right? And I expect, right, that tomorrow is just going to be as good, if not better. We're going for better. Okay, you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, no, we won't. We'll see you on Thursday. Have a good night.